that's not fun. Let's restart the level. They didn't show us the little cutscene. I like the little cutscene. Here we go. I like the little cutscenes. You know, I wonder, this looks kind of odd graphically. I wonder if it's because of the Xbox One X and stuff, because I don't have one X, I just have a regular Xbox. You see some of the graphics are kind of janky and freaking out. Where they tried to enhance it, but of course, I'm not enhanced. I didn't even have a TV, that's I'm behind the times. Yeah, I've got some little graphic anomalies.
This thing is falling
I
apart.
don't think that was happening before.
We're not gonna make it. Pull up.
Not that it's good. As long as I can play,
You did that on purpose.
it doesn't interfere with the rest of the game, it's all good. But it's kind of funny that that happened, though. Alright, so I got a little time to play, and I thought we'd start them all. And again,
We
knowing
need
me,
to get to the
it's
bridge.
not going to be.
From there, we can use the captain's neural implants to initiate an
It
overload
does look
of the
nice out
ship's
there
fusion
now.
engines.
It's funny that.
Push the damage enough systems below it to destroy the ring.
Yes. Where's my buddies? I know this isn't. But we did kill him. think I can get a shotgun up here in better shape. Oh wait, that is a shotgun. Alright. Alright, let's get this party started. There we go. Oh. His buddy's over there outside. Wait. Oh, he went back. It's always good to get one of them out of the way. Oh, the other one might stay out. I might. I didn't see the little runs.
We made it. Let's get to work.
Alright, let's get our lead buddy here. Close. But he didn't give me success. Maybe it's easier.
located next to the main view screen.
So I was going to try to grab it. That's where I was putting this stuff in there. Just grab it. Alrighty, here we go.
I leave home for a few days
This is
and
one
look what
cutscene
happens.
that if you
This
skip
won't
it,
take long.
you're actually a little better
There.
off because then
That
the
should give us
glasses
enough time to
open
make it to a
and
lifeboat
use
and put some
the shield
distance
against
between
the sun.
ourselves and Halo before the detonation.
I'm
But it's
afraid
fun
that's
to
out
see
of the
the
question,
cutscenes.
really.
Oh, hell.
Ridiculous! That
Plus,
you
I
would
have
imbue
my
our ship's
confused
AI with
minute.
such a wealth of knowledge? Weren't you worried it might be captured or destroyed?
He's in my data arrays, a
Oh,
local
you
tab.
have to like Guilty's Park.
You can't imagine how exciting this is to have a record of all of our lost time. Human
Humans just
history is
forget.
fascinating. Oh, how I will enjoy every moment of its categorization. To think that you have destroyed this installation
So crazy.
as well as this record. I am shocked. Almost too shocked for words.
He stopped the self-destruct sequence.
Oh,
Why
he
do you
did.
continue to
That
fight
dirty
us,
dog.
Reclaimer? You cannot win. Give us the construct, and I will endeavor to make your death relatively painless and
At least I still have control over the
Relatively
comm
painless,
channels.
yeah.
Where is he?
I'm detecting taft throughout the ship. Sentinels, most likely. As for the monitor, he's in engineering. He must be trying to take the core offline. Even if I could get the countdown restarted, I don't know what to do.
How much firepower would you need to crack one of the engine's shields?
Not much. A well-placed grenade, perhaps, but why?
Well-placed grenade. Yes, we have grenades. That's all. That grenade looks a little big,
Okay, I'm
doesn't
coming
it?
with you.
That
Chief,
doesn't quite look
Sentinels.
right. Oh, there we go. Oh, we still have a You can mess around and die, I believe, if you wanted to. Nonetheless,
The ship was heavily damaged when it crashed.
we're gonna
Head
grab
to
our
the cryo
pistol,
chamber.
switch
We
back
should be able to get to
shotgun.
the engine room through there.
Gotta take care of these guys. Sometimes there's not. Well, there's something there. Oh, we'll let him deal with the blood. Hello. Oh. This is one of those things. Halo. He doesn't usually do that, but that's not the first time I've ever had it happen. That was funny though. Oh, him too? Oh man. Woo. He's not happy. Oh no, don't rush me. There we go. I was afraid I'd stuck him, and I was gonna be like, oh no, I'm gonna double die. Okay, well man, those hunters were more aggressive today. A lot of times, they just hang out back here with an elite. Maybe that elite's dead, maybe that's the problem. Maybe that changes how they act. I don't see the elite. Matter of fact, I just see lots of elite guns, and they appear to all be dead, so we'll move on. Alright, so nothing too much up here. Heads and some sentinels. Hey guys. I'll let y'all do your thing for a minute. Oh, I stepped down too soon, didn't I? Oh, did I miss? I must have missed. Try that. Oh, that was better. Oh, that was great. Okay. Won't complain about that. Alright, so we got some shotgun rounds. I was thinking there's a plasma rifle here. Oh, it's gotta get done. Dun dun dun. Okay. Whoa. Okay, hold on a second. Let the shield come back. You dudes, cut it out. It's just rude. Alright. Oh wow, that was some wacky aiming there. But that's okay. I got through it. Alright, they're gonna be going crazy in here for a minute. I forgot, do I need that again? I may have thrown this rifle away too soon. Oh, did that? Oh, it just fell through the floor. Very well. That can happen. It's... have to get those guys out of my way. Then there is a ladder I want to take. Oh my goodness. Come on, drive straight and you will be okay. Build a little present there. Ooh, rockets is in there. I wonder if grenades would be just as good here. Just save my ammo. Is somebody behind me? You have to watch out because of the catastrophic explosions you can have in this game. Sometimes you will have just earth-shattering explosions. Did he have a shotgun? Possibly. I may not be able to get to it. Head this way for a minute. Get rid of the heads. Alright. Yes, y'all get it out of your system, will ya? Overshield. Let's go. Oh, let these dudes get this out of their system, my goodness. Work, work, work. Now, it depends on how aggressive the hunter is. Yep, there's still one more hunter. I love the way they do that stuff. Oh, he wasn't dead. Wow. How odd was that? Anyway, it's time to get some cool weapons. Nobody's coming? Okay, a lot of times there's a bunch of cloaked guys that come through there, but if they're not coming, I'm moving on. Now, I kind of shortcut that a little bit there. You can stand and do a lot more fighting than what I just did. But it doesn't really accomplish a lot, so I
Engine
just
room
decided to
located.
move
We're
on.
here.
I may have enough time to actually
Alert. The monitor has disabled all
complete
command
this,
access.
especially if I
We
don't
can't
mess up
restart the
driving the
countdown.
Warhog too bad.
The only remaining
Been a long
option
time
is
since
to
I've done it,
detonate
so
the ship's fusion reactors.
I might be
That should do
kinda
enough
pathetic.
damage to destroy Halo. Don't worry, I have access to all of the reactor schematics and procedures. I'll walk you through it. First, we need to pull back the exhaust couplings. That will expose a shaft that leads to the primary fusion drive core.
Alright. That also can be a lot bigger fight than what it just was, but I cut it short by charging up. Because that can be a huge fight, seriously.
Good! Step 1 complete. We have a straight shot
Step
into the
1
fusion
complete.
reactor. We need a catalyst explosion to destabilize the magnetic containment field surrounding the fusion cells. Use an explosive. I recommend a grenade or rocket. If you run out of explosives,
Okay, so
there is
one's
an armory
down.
station located near the engine room's entrance. Analyzing. Fusion reactor number 1 destabilizing. Use explosives on the other 3 reactors. That should be enough to trigger a wildcat explosion of the engines.
Alright. That's what you have to watch out for, is the explodey carrier dudes. They're so aggravating. Oh, hi dude. Whew. Sounds rough. Hold on. Ow. Ow. You guys are not being nice to me at all. Cut it out. Okay, cut it out. Ah! That's the problem. Alright, we're back here. So this will be okay. Do need to take out some of the sentinels, I suppose. But maybe if I change it up and come to this side, I forget now. There's a way to make it a little bit easier on yourself. Come on, bring the shield up for me. Another one down. We got a longer way to run this time, I think. But I think we can manage it okay. Somebody's shooting me? Circle this way. You can avoid a little bit of their shooting. And it's not a bad checkpoint to have either. I think the flood is chasing me, aren't they? Well, we'll see if they can catch me or not. Sometimes they're right on your heels and sometimes not. Just try to fight through that. I guess he wanted to come back for more. Alright, so that's 2 down. We should be able to get the other 2. Might take a little work, but I think we can do it. I might get burned down by the sentinels again. We'll see. Or so we do. It's good when you have the flood there to actually distract the sentinels. And I don't really like the flood, but in this case, that's actually very helpful.
Keep it up. Only one more fusion reactor to go.
Oh. It's trying to reload. That one. We're ready to roll. Okay. Those are actually the worst guys, because if they blow up on you, it's so easy for them to kill you or cause some sort of chain reaction that kills you. Okay, some little heads are following me and that's it. Alright, last one, right? Okay. It's on the far side. Dudes, they are just so rude. Come on, give me an open thingy. I did it.
That did it. The engine's gone critical. Based on the current rate of decay, we should have 15 minutes to get off the ship. We don't have much time. We should move outside and signal for evac. Accessing schematics. There's a service lift at the top of the engine room. It's to a plastic service corridor. Runs along the ship's dorsal structure. Hurry!
Alright, don't listen to Cortana. Don't get excited. Don't get in a hurry. That's never good. Just take your time. You won't be timed until the very end after you get into Warhog. Oh, the monitor's fussing. Still got my rockets, so it's good enough then. Let's proceed. I usually just roar through there like that. Alright, and here's where we usually get some fun guys showing up. Oh, did he stick me? He did not stick me. He sometimes survives all that shooting. He's pretty tough, pretty smart. But he didn't survive, so now I just gotta do the drive. Which the Warhog drive, I haven't done it in a long time. I'm better at it when I've done it more often, but it'll be alright. If I don't wreck too much, I'll be alright.
And be ready to pick us up at external access junction 4C as soon as you get my signal. Affirmative. Echo 419 going on station. Echo 419 to Cortana. Things are getting noisy down there. Everything okay? Negative.
Oh, everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's just fine.
As Analyzing.
So, hold on a second.
Have
I've got
6 minutes before the fusion drives detonate.
There.
We need to evac
Get
now.
rid of that
Activating
call.
final countdown timer. When it reaches 0, the engines will detonate.
Don't
The
worry.
explosion will generate a temperature of almost 100 million degrees.
So, this is... Oh, come on.
We can't make it on foot. We need a vehicle.
Oh, I know that. Shut up. I cannot believe that thing flipped over. Alright, anyway, let's roll. Yeah, I know. I want to shoot me. Blah, blah, blah. Oh. Made a good run there. I'm trying to remember. Oh, well. I was too indecisive. I should have made up my mind. Anyway, I was trying to remember if I wanted to go up that or not. No, he's not floating there. He's on the catwalk. And, wow, I'm trying to wreck myself again. Let's just... Oh, my goodness. Seriously, I've done this before. You can't just get this way. I could have gone the other way. Gone up top, I think, on that one. But, whatever. Oh, wow. This is really not my day for this, is it? Alright, well, that's okay. We'll just keep going. We still actually have plenty of time. Even with my crazy wrecks. Alright, so this one I definitely don't want to do. Actually, just slide here. Here, I really need to get up there. I think the problem is I am using the wrong trigger. Anyway. You kind of have to zigzag through these holes. Alright, let's see. Again, I think I had to go this way. There again. Come on, don't tip. Now let's go. Here. Ah. Wow, honestly, I have been a better driver than I am today, but excuse me, that's alright, it happens. Alright, so we don't want to go up there. We do want to slalom through this. Or zigzag through the poles. However you want to think of it. I find this to be better. You could probably go around the edges. Maybe some people do that. I've found it better just to do this. And get it right. And admittedly, I'm out of practice. If you get it right, it's not too bad. I always ignore this guy. I think you could run over him. But it's probably just more trouble than it's worth. She's gonna holler for us to stop. Don't stop. Just keep.
Wait, stop. This is where Fohammer is coming to pick us up. Hold position here.
Because unfortunately, Fohammer does not make it.
Cortana to Echo 419.
Echo 419! She's gone. Calculate
And then
possible
the only way I know to get through this is just to go through them.
inventory shows one launch
Anyway,
fighter is still docked in launch bay 7. If we
and
move
then
now, we
this
can
is going back between. Oh man, that's stuff. Anyway, this is going back to a zigzag around these poles. And you do get to run over some Covenant. It's not that you have to do. You get Covenant. In my opinion, especially the elites. I always feel a little sorry for the grunts. Not a lot though.
Chief, up ahead there's a gap in the trench. Top speed, we should be able to clear it.
Well, we're going to go top speed. I don't know how well we'll do. You know, for some reason, it just always wants to flip me. Doesn't matter what I do. Oh well. Doesn't matter. We're still going to end this level here in just a minute. Believe it or not. Alright.
That's the ship. Move! We need to get aboard now!
She's so fussy. Is he still alive? No, you did not stick. You guys can just... Alright, so there we go. We got through the mall. We actually did it pretty quick for me. I don't really rush. So...
We're cutting it close.
I think I only died a couple of times, so it wasn't too bad. I've done much worse. I've also probably done better, but whatever. And this playlist was just normal difficulty, so it wasn't any big deal. It's not like I was on heroic or legendary or something. That might be more. Well, definitely I would die more. So. I'll probably do some heroic. I'm probably not going to do legendary by myself because the death just would be so bad. I might try it. I don't know. We might get a laugh out of it if I try.
Shut them down. We'll need them later.
But for right now, hey, we finished our playlist, so that's good. I'll check and see what the next playlist is.
Fancy a look?
I'm sure it's going to give me some ridiculous score where I don't know. I don't rush, and I don't think I do anything worth getting a big score over. I just play. So. Gotta admit, the new graphics still look really good.
Did anyone else make it?
Scanning.
Just dust and echoes.
Just dust and echoes. We're all that's left.
Yet somehow Sergeant Johnson makes it back.
For Earth. An entire Covenant armada obliterated in the flood. We had no choice.
I don't know if you ever read any of the books. I think the book was First Strike.
I think we're just getting started.
I can't remember who it's by right now. Seems like the name was Eric something. Anyway, that book kind of tells how Johnson and them get back. Because Halo 2 really just goes, you're back to Earth. I mean, it doesn't. It's kind of, they kind of missed an opportunity there to have another episode, explaining how they get back to Earth and stuff. But whatever, it was just a thought. So there we go. I'm not going to sit through all the... Oh, they're not even going to show the credits. That's right, because we're doing a playlist. Okay. So my cumulative score was 55,000. I guess that's for the whole playlist. It doesn't really show me the time for the whole playlist. It shows the things I killed, which is good, I guess. It's interesting. I'm not even sure who JC Wolfie is down at the bottom. I don't have any... Currently, I do not have any friends. That sounds bad, but I mean, I don't have anybody that I have friended on Xbox. Some people follow me, and I think there's some people that may have even added me as a friend, which is fine. But I haven't added anyone as a friend. So, anyway... I guess we're back to the thing. So let's take a look and see what the next playlist will be. It's probably something... I thought there was one I might have skipped. Like this. This is like legendary with the skulls on. Oh, that would be something I could try sometime just so we could get a laugh. Let's see. I did these. Oh, I didn't do the... Oh, I guess I didn't do the flood levels. I did the easy campaign, I did the normal campaign, and I do need to do the heroic campaign. I can do that, even though it takes me a little longer. I can do it. Wait, what levels is on this? Oh, it's not. Oh, here it will. Maybe this will show me. No, it won't show me the levels. Well, I think these levels are just like Spark, the library, probably the 2 betrayals. No? Probably. Why would you only have 4 levels? You'd have Spark, the library. Well, what would you choose for your other 2? I would think the mall would be 1. And then that would leave you with a choice of either... I guess it would be the 2 betrayals, though, wouldn't it? I guess it would be. After the library, I guess you would have the 2 betrayals, and you would have... Well, but Keys also has Flood. But it looks like they only chose 4 levels. Maybe they don't consider the 2 betrayals to be more of a Flood level. Maybe just Keys and the mall. Interesting. We'll see. I think that'll be the next playlist I'll do. I'm not going to start it right now. So, I have a bunch. I've not done any of the playlists for these games, and I didn't do either playlist, cross-game playlists. So, I have a bunch of playlists I can do. That'll kind of mix it up, so I'm not just doing the same thing all the time. Because otherwise, I would be tempted sometimes just to sit and play the original Halo. Until everybody was tired of it, because that's what I did originally. And Halo 2 is fun. It has some good stuff. It just has some things. There were some things I was disappointed in about it, but it is still, it's really good. And the multiplayer in that was classic, of course. And Halo 3 is really good. And I really like ODST. Halo 4 is good. I liked Halo 4 fine. It was not maybe perfect. I don't really like, see, they didn't do it much, okay, but I don't really like quick time events. They had just a couple, and I was like, it's kind of bogus. And then they had one thing, I think you were on a ghost and you're racing to get to some certain point. I guess that kind of was simulating what you do with the Warthog in the first game. So it was okay, but it was kind of like, I just wasn't overly impressed. But the game by itself, though, just to play through the game, I thought it was good. The Prometheans at this point were at least interesting, and I'm not putting them down. They're a better enemy than the Flood, even though in ways they do some of the same things, but then other things they do totally differently. So I know some people really like the Flood, and I was just kind of, after 3 games, I was kind of tired of the Flood, because the Covenant is who I really want to fight, whether it be Brutes or Elites, or those just seem like the better enemies to me, for me. If you're, the Flood were always more, to me, more of like kind of like a little bit of a horror thing going on. And I guess I'm just not into horror that much. Though I admit the library and those levels are pretty fun. While I may, have my little nitpicks on it, overall, still all these are good games. I still will always, unless something really changes the first campaign, I will always believe that's the best. It's just... it's very hard to beat that. There's so much going on. There's so much fun. There's so many different options. You can skip through things if you need to, and yet you can go the long way and kill everything. So I didn't feel like you had as much choice in Halo 2, but Halo 2's campaign was still pretty good. But their focus there was more on the multiplayer, no doubt. So, but the campaign was still good. It was still fun. 3, there the campaign was good and fun. Not sure, as many times as I've played it, I'm not sure still that it has as much choice as the original does in the way you do things. But it has a lot to offer, and it's a lot of fun. ODST actually gives you quite a bit of choice in how you do things and where you wander around and what you do, and it's very fun. And because it's a little different, you're not the chief, and you're not supposed to be, and that's fine. It's different, and they actually brought in a few control options, if you remember originally, that I think were maybe slightly better in these two games than had been happening in the previous games. I think they updated the control scheme a little bit, and it was a little better. So anyway, so Halo 5, I'll just say I'm not that big on. There's a little bit, several different reasons. You really aren't the chief very much in that game at all, so it doesn't feel like it's really one of the Halo games. It feels like it's like you have ODST. It feels like it should have been called, what did they call themselves? They had a different name for Locke's team. Anyway, it should have been more about, Spartan Locke. And I would have been okay with that if it had been like a side game, kind of like ODST. But because you're trying to say it's one of the Chief's games, well, it's really not. He's in it so little, and you get to play as the Chief so little. And the team play, I was kind of okay with that. It kind of harkens back to, if you remember, Republic Commando. Republic Commando was a lot of fun. But that's really not the way previous Halo games had been. So again, it was really kind of a different type of experience. But not totally bad. I don't like the little gimmicky things like the... and I know some people do, and that's fine. People like what they like. It's cool. But for me, I don't like the little Spartan rush where you run forward and slam through a wall or something like that. I'm like, that's just a gimmick. Or the ground pound. I'm like, it's not, this isn't really a leveling game, a Mario game. I'm not interested in doing a ground pound. It is very superhero-like, and I understand, the Chief is kind of like a superhero and stuff, so it's cool. Anyway, I don't know why I'm rambling on. We need to move on. I need to go. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.